Oh, hi, hello there. I hope you're doing well. This series is going strong now. We are on micro number 5 and we're building in Windenburg, which came with Get Together expansion pack. And this is my favorite city of all of the other ones. Okay, this might not be true because sometimes when I build in a city, I tend to say that it's my favorite, and I always mean it. I always have phases when I like one city better than the other, but Windenburg has always been very close to my heart, physically and figuratively, because I feel like home in this town, even though my country doesn't really represent the buildings that you can see here, as I am from Hungary, but I live very close to Austria and Germany, and I've seen these houses. I've been in houses like this, so it just warms my heart to build in this environment and feel like my Sims live in Europe. Okay, I don't know how to explain that, but I hope you relate, or I hope that you understand where I'm coming from. Even though this is not my home, it still feels very close. I know that Hanford and Bagley is also based on Europe, on the UK to be more precise, but it's not as close to me because I haven't visited those places as often, even though I'm a fanatic of the Scottish Highlands and the Scottish landscape because it's amazing, it's beautiful, and I really want to visit someday, but it's not as close and it's not as reachable for me to go there. So Windenburg is my go-to place when I want to feel like home in The Sims 4, or if I want to warm my heart up a little bit. And this is also relatively and objectively one of the best words in The Sims 4, I think, because it's huge. It has a lot of lots, and the build mod items that came with this pack are amazing, and it has 3 different districts, one with the city center where you can find this Tudor style homes as well, and also the community lots, of course. And then there's the island area where you can find very modern homes, which are also very close to my heart. You don't know me that well yet because this is my 5th video, so you cannot really have any general idea of my building style, but I really love modern builds. I used to build a lot of modern builds, and I am really trying to mix up my styles. So this is why you see all these different buildings that I'm creating for this series. So that side of the town is also very close to me. And then the third one is the one that we are building in right now. This is a bit more rural, a bit more countryside-ish area, and I really love it. It feels like a small village inside a city, and it's amazing. And I've built this Tudor home, and I'm very much happy with it. Happy about it? Very happy about it. Either way, English is not my first language, as I always tell, and I mess up sentences, but I hope that you understand where I'm coming from and what I want to share with you. The base of this house is very rustic, very old, very, I don't know, yeah, it feels like it smells a bit wet or a bit rotten. Not totally rotten, it just feels like and smells like an old home. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. But other than the base, this home is quite modern. You can see the modern couch, the modern TV, the modern lamps, and I'm very happy about that. So this is a bit of an upgraded house. Whoever moved in here wanted to add their own style and their own touch to this whole building, and I think they succeeded because it looks great. I think the integration of the old and the new looks very immersive and authentic in this home. I'm happy with how it turned out. And I don't know if you noticed throughout my series, I really try to mix up the floor plans of my houses. I know I'm always building micro homes, so there isn't an endless variety how I can create my floor plans, but we are still just on number 5, and I think I managed to mix up the floor plans to make it a bit more interesting to see these tiny homes, micro homes, come to life, because I wanted to make this series unique, and I didn't want the houses to feel like it's part of a pattern or part of a set in stone style and layout. So I really want to mix them up, and I think we are still doing okay with it. I don't know how far I can make this happen, but I'm trying. Please let me know when this series become very repetitive, but up until this point I think we're okay. And I really love the green appliances in this house. I think it's the highlight of this house, and I try to add the necessary items here as well, like the umbrella rack. I think it's very important in this city because it tends to get very rainy and very wet, so you will definitely need those umbrellas. And I also try to add the fire alarm and the thermostat. Is it what it is called? It's the same in Hungarian, and I just translate the pronunciation and I hope for the best. These are the items that I always try to add in the houses as an extra. I'm not always successful, but I'm trying. Sometimes I forget them, but it's still better to forget these than forget the bin and the sink. I usually forget those ones too, so yeah, there are different levels of forgetfulness, I think. This time, the bathroom is the same as it was when I built the base game house. And as you can see, with the university shower, it works perfectly fine. With the door, you do not have to add those ugly curtains and have poop particles in your kitchen. I think the kitchen and the bathroom is very, very similar to the first home that I built in terms of layout, but the other parts of this home are better, I would say. And with this pack, with Get Together, I could add a lot of details to the exterior of this house, and I really love it because it makes it so much nicer. Sometimes with modern houses I struggle a lot with the exterior because you want it to be simple, you want it to be easy to look at, and want it to be cheap, to be honest. I think modern architecture is very bland. At least if I look around in my country and see the new houses, they are basically the same and they are built to be cheap and they don't have many details or shape. They are all looking like a big square, not square, cube, yeah. And I don't like it. I really love old houses, and I'm so happy when I can build these houses here in The Sims 4. Even though I love modern architecture and I love modern interiors, I always create modern interiors, I still feel like it's great to build these old houses from time to time. Unfortunately, I tend to furnish very old houses with modern furniture as well, so it's not the best habit of mine, but I think I succeeded here with this half modern, half rustic. And in Windenburg, every single lot was so big. In this area, I think this is the smallest lot you can find. It's around 30 by 30, maybe. So I felt like it's still way too big for my house, my tiny home, especially that it's 2-story high and it does not really take up a lot of space on the ground. I filled in the lot with a few activities for this house to feel it more natural, you know. I wanted this house to fit in this environment, so I added a lot of trees. I added this little outdoor cinema, which I adore. I never really have the chance to use this beautiful projector screen outside. I think it's from Little Camper's Kit, and I love it so much, and I really had to grab this opportunity to use it here because sometimes it just doesn't suit my houses. I am not very great at landscaping, so that is definitely my weak point. I try to make my outdoor spaces functional. As you can see it here, you can just cook, you can enjoy your movie, you can drink some lemonade or enjoy your little not pool, little lake or pond next to your house. Here are the screenshots, so I'm about to say goodbye, but first I want to mention that this house will be available in the gallery, and sorry for my cat messing around in the background and beeping the stove. So yes, this house will be up in the gallery, and you can find my gallery ID down in the description down below or on the last slide of this screenshot section of the video. And I hope you like this house as well, and I'm very thankful that you joined me, and see you again in where are we going? San Myshuno. See you in San Myshuno. Bye.